Love. The love movement. What is love? A profoundly tender, passionate affection for another. A feeling of warm personal attachment or deep affection as for a parent, a child, or friend. Now that's what the worldly definition is. Because see, us folks, when it comes to love, we love you when we want to love you. We love you when you're doing right. We love us some you. Oh, I love me some him. Oh, I love me some him. Until him make you mad. To him you tick you off, then you like, I'm going to go back and delete that post. Let me go back. I posted that back in June of 2014. Let me go find that post and delete that right there. Our love is conditional. Now, I'm not pointing the finger at anybody because we all have to grow. We all have to grow. It used to be a time in my life, and I'm not scared or embarrassed to talk about it. I had to grow in love. I'm growing in love because it used to be a time if you hurt my feelings or if you said something, I would do everything in my power to avoid you. Politely avoid you. You wouldn't even know I'm avoiding you. You wouldn't even know I hadn't practiced it so I was an expert in it. I was an expert in avoidance, love avoidance. Lord, love avoidance. I was an expert in it. Because I didn't know how to deal with things. I didn't understand how God was trying to help me and make me up with this love thing. So people would say things, little things would get to me, and I would just avoid you and be like, I'm all right. I still love them. I love them with the love of the Lord. Don't we like that one right there? I love you with the love of the Lord. But really, really though, for real, do you really? Do we really? That's just a safe way of saying, the Lord told me I needed to do this. But to be absolutely honest, that's all right, because we're going to get that stuff right. In this love moment, just like Dr. Martin Luther King said in his thing about nonviolence, if you can't be in this mood, fight, like he was saying, physically fight, I need you to go and make up in your mind, and I'm not going to be a part of that movement. So it's okay if you're not there yet. We're praying and we're believing and we're asking God. But I'm saying this movement that God is about to take this ministry, because we got thousands to reach. We got people on these walls that we got to talk to. And if you can't love folks, get your weapon right. Love is our weapon. So that's what love means. So let's go over to 1 John 4. So I told you what the dictionary say love is. We're going to start at 1 John chapter 4, starting at verse number 7. When you got it, say, I have it. It said, Beloved, let us love one another, for love is of God. And everyone that loveth is born of God and knoweth God. He that loveth not knoweth not God. Now this is what love is. For God is love. Can we say God is love? In this was manifested the love of God toward us, because that God sent his only begotten Son into the world that we might love through him. Now something profound was said in this. It says, he that loveth not knoweth not God. So if you can sit here in your mind and think about if there's anybody that I just don't really love, I'm working on, this is an opportunity for us to look within ourselves so that we can get ourselves ready for this movement, because I promise you, people are going to come in your life and things are going to happen, and love has got to be on the tip of your tongue. Love has got to be right there on your heart ready. Love has got to be your motivation now. It says, but if you love not, then you don't know God. That is so simple. If you don't love, then you don't truly know God. We can say all day, I love God. You don't love God? What's wrong with you? We can say it all day long. It becomes just a repetitious thing that we say. I love God. He heard my cry. Oh, I love you, God. Oh, I love you, God. But in your heart, it's somebody. It's just something about them right there. It's just something. What is it? I don't know. It is just something. You don't feel it when you're around them. It's just something. No, it's something in you that has caused you through your self-righteous eyes. Because what I found out is that I have no heaven or hell to put anybody in. I don't have the right to judge anybody. A lot of times when people got problems and different little things or attitude problems, whatever, it's something going on with them. But what we have a tendency to do is make it our problem that somebody else got some problems. My problem don't have to become your problem. Your problem does not have to become my problem. But we have a tendency to get that stuff mixed up some kind of way. So I was listening at Joyce Myers the other day. She got this message on love. And she said at least 80% of Christians are mad with somebody. She said at least 80% of Christians, not 80% of people, just people. She said 80% of Christians are mad at somebody. Then I had to think, I'm like, I'm 80 from 100. Ain't but 20% left. 80% of us mad at somebody. Whether you want to admit it or not, whether for real or not, whether you want God to fix your heart and get yourself right, it's up to you. But for those of us that got some issues, and for those of us that really to be who God has called us to be, we got to get our little self right. You got to get yourself right. You're not somebody that just gets you. It's somebody that do something to you. Every time you see them, something rise up in you. I'm saying let's come from the 80 and let's move on to the 20. Make that 20 go. She said 80% of Christians. I said, oh, that's about all, Jesus. All of us need some help. Why do we hold grudges? Why do we let folks get us off track? Why do we do that? Why? At the end of the day, none of it means anything. Why do we let people get us so mad? Why do we allow people to get us out of our blessed place? Why do we allow people to get us out of our aligned place? Why do we allow people to do that? Get us all off track. We don't know if we're coming. We don't know if we're going. We don't know if we got on a black and a blue shoe. We don't know nothing. I'm trying to help somebody today. I'm just trying to help somebody today, because in this next move, let folks get us. We just hold grudges. Hold the grudges. So we still mad from stuff folks did 5 years ago. And it's so evident. Pastor said it's written all over your face. You ain't even got to say a word. You ain't got to say a word. I'm saying on today, y'all, let's do something. On today, y'all, if it's anybody, if you don't have no problems, anybody, then this message is not for you. I'm glad you showed up on today, but if it's not for you, I'm okay. But I'm talking to the ones that need for God to come in and to do a whole plan. He need to come in and do some stuff on our hearts so that we can be who God called us to be. And a lot of times the people that we mad and we upset with, some kind of way they are assigned to your life. They could be the very ones that will unlock something that God got for you. They be the very ones. And see, that's the attack of that's the injustice that I'm talking about that the enemy comes in and tries to do. He tries to sabotage us before we get started on this journey that God has us on. If I can go ahead on and make her mad with her, then I already know in the future God has something for them to do. But if I make them mad with each other, they can't accomplish what it is I told them that they can do. Let me go ahead on and bring some division in there right now. Let me go ahead on and make her not like her. Let me go and make them not like them. So what it is that I ordained for them to do down in 2017, they going to be so mad at each other, they ain't going to even be able to do it. Ain't going to even be able to do it. And women, I'm one, so I know. I'm one, so I know. God is growing me up, y'all. God is growing me up, and God has called me to help. He called me to help. I'm trying to get you your help. I'm trying to get you your help today. Us women, we can hold stuff. And it don't make no sense how we hold stuff. And how we're angry. Let it go on today. Something different. When they're dealing with men, you know, they don't, I just know mine, I mean, like, they don't hold grudges like that. I mean, they can squash stuff. They can be in a heated whatever. Later on that day, what's up, man, what's up? I mean, they don't even think about it hardly no more. We don't do that. But we can. We can. Nothing is impossible with God. Okay, let me keep moving. Okay. Oh, Lord. So why do we hold these grudges? You know, in Galatians it says, I don't want to get there yet, but I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to say it. Your faith is not going to rise above your love level. Your faith, I don't care how much faith you say you're walking in. I walk by faith and not by sight. I speak the things that be not as though they were. But if you don't love folks, all that don't even matter. You just making some noise. You're just making some noise. Your faith level is not going to arise above your love level. So I don't care if you talking about you a faith walker. You can have faith boots on, faith whatever. But if you can't love folks, it ain't going to make no difference. And I'm telling you, the enemy has designed for saying stuff to keep us out of our blessed place. So I made up in my mind, do I want to be blessed? Or do I want to stay in some mess? Do I want to be blessed? Or do I want to stay in some mess? Mess, bless. Mess, bless. Mess, bless. Choose you this day. Oh, I wanted this to be so sweet, like flowers and the balloons. It is. Okay. So, why do we allow these grudges? Why do we not? How do we let folks get us off? I'm telling you, you need to be a part of this love movement. It will move you from hate to love. I know y'all saying hate is a strong word, lady. That's strong, but hate simply means to dislike intensely or passionately. Feel extreme aversion for or extreme hostility toward. So if you don't use the word hate, but just you dislike something intensely, or you dislike somebody intensely, or you have a strong, extreme hostility toward them, baby, that's hate. Isn't that something? That's hate. Extreme hostility. And I ain't just talking to the grown folks. There's some young folks in here too, because y'all know y'all got y'all little crew. Y'all got folks that y'all like. Y'all got folks that y'all don't like. Baby what? Baby what? Baby what? Y'all too. Y'all got y'all crew that y'all talk to and the crew that you don't. Baby what? Baby no. Baby what? Y'all got all of that too. I'm saying even to you, it's important to start practicing your love now, because where God is taking y'all. Let's keep moving. So that's what hate is. So this movement is going to take you from hate to love, from having extreme hostility to having a strong affection for. So you know God commands us to love. It's not nothing that I'm making up. God commands this. Let's go 1 John 2, 4 through 11. I'm probably not going to read all that, but it is a commandment. I may read it. I think I gave them, but I'm going to start at verse number 4. 1 John chapter 2, starting at verse number 3. It says, and hereby we do know that we know him if we keep his what? He that saith, I know him and keepeth not his commandments is a, and the truth is not in it. So if you're not keeping his commandments, it says that you're a liar. You're a liar if you say you know him and not keep his commandments. Okay, I got to speed along. I got 10 minutes. Okay. Somebody said, yes, a lie. And the truth in him, but whoso keepeth his word, in him verily is the love of God perfected. Hereby know we that we are in him. He that saith he abideth in him ought himself also so to walk even as he walked. Brethren, I write no new commandments unto you, but an old commandment which ye have from the beginning. The old commandment is the word which you have heard from the beginning. Again, a new commandment I write unto you, which thing is true in him and in you. Because the darkness is past, and the true light now shineth. He that saith he is in the light and hateth his brother is in darkness even until now. still in darkness. He that said he is in the light and hated his brother is in darkness, even until now. So you talking about you the light. I'm going to let my little light shine. I'm going to let it shine, let it shine, let it shine, but hate your brother. Baby, you was in the dark. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. He that loveth his brother abideth in the light, and there is none occasion of stumbling in him. You mean my love is attached to everything that God, everything. There is none occasion of stumbling. That means to tell me that if I love you, or if you love me and I stumble, if something happened, but because of the love that you have inside of you, it ain't got no difference. We're going to pick up and keep on going. Ooh. But he that hateth his brother is in darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not where he goeth. You don't even know where you're going, because that darkness has blinded his eyes. Y'all, this is some right here. He that intensely or passionately dislikes somebody, he that has an extreme hostility towards his brother, you in the darkness, and walketh in darkness, and knoweth not whither he goeth, because that darkness has blinded your eyes. I mean, that's just self-explanatory. All the Father wants is for us to love each other as he has loved us. Absolutely. It's not easy. I know it's not easy. It couldn't have been easy for Jesus to be walking and healing people, opening up blind eyes, causing the lame to walk, causing deaf ears to be open, loving folks. And then in turn, they turn around and they spit on him. They act like they hadn't seen miracles. Not only did they do that, but they witnessed him being taken to the cross. I'm talking about a love that he on the cross and they killing him. And he said, Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. So is the Father, so we. Lord, forgive them. They said that about me. Oh, they said. Oh, they did that to me. Oh, they did it. But Lord, forgive them, for they know not what they do. They know not for whom that they doing it to, because if they do it to me, Father, they doing it to you. Lord, forgive them, for they know. That's the kind of love that he wants us to walk in. That ain't no easy task. I'm saying you do it overnight, but you take little steps. Little steps. I'm not going to part my lips to say nothing about sister such and such. I'm not going to even take part in this conversation that you didn't call me with. I'm not going to even pay attention to the subliminal message trying to send me call sister, such and such, and walk by. I'm not going to even pay you no mind. That's all the Father wants us to do. That's all he wants us to do. Couple of more scriptures. I'm going to be done. John 13. Okay. John, no, just regular John. Matthew, Mark, Luke, John 13. All the Father wants us to do is love each other as he has loved us. I ain't saying that's easy. I had to learn, like I said, I would avoid people that hurt my feelings. Or I heard about little private conversations people may have had about you. Or you hear a little private. You know when you can discern in the spirit? You know when God has given you the spirit of discernment? Do you know you can intercept conversations that people are having? You're so in tune into the spirit. supposed to be eating chicken. Why my name on you? I'm trying to help you to move forward in your love walk, y'all. God has loved us with a love that cannot be explained. With our love, crazy, low down, whatever self. I ain't talking about you, I'm talking about me. He loved me in spite of what I've done, in spite of the things that I have said. I am not standing before you a finished product. I'm standing before you a product that's on that little assembly line thing that's going through the different sections, and I'm being inspected every time I go. I'm inspecting this love walk thing, okay? If it ain't right, send her back through. I'm expecting, you know, I'm on this assembly line. I'm going through inspection. And if this ain't right, send her tail back through. We need to send us back. Send me back through it. Send me, my heart ain't right. Send me back through it. My mind ain't right. Send me back through it. My ain't right. Send me back through it. Send me right on back. You go back through the inspection. And then when they, you know, that little TV thing, when they show how stuff is made, when you get made, when you pass that part, then they stick a label on you. On that part. they stick a little label on you like inspected by. This has been expected by. You pass that one, then you go on to the next one. Oh, Pastor said approve. Now you can go on out and be of service. John 13, verse number 34. On the assembly line, okay. Glory. Glory, glory. John 13, verse number 34. It says, a new commandment I give unto you, that you love one another as I have loved you, that ye also love one another. 35 says, by this shall all know that ye are my disciples, if you have love one to another. That's how folks gonna know you. But see, if folks don't know you like that, then they know you ain't one of his disciples. That's how folks gonna know you. This is how folks gonna know who you are or whose you are. That's what Jesus said. He said, that's how people gonna know you. The same way that I love you. Is that how I want you to love people? And he would not have told us this or told them if this was something that they could not do. If this is something that they were not capable of doing, he would not have said that you can do this. If this is something that was too hard for us to do, he would not have given us this commandment to do. Let's keep moving. Matthew 22. I'm almost done. Matthew 22. You know, every gospel gives an account of the same thing. So let's just see what Matthew 22, verse number 37. Jesus said unto them, now let's go back to 36. See, because the Pharisees and stuff, they thought they were slick. You know, they tried to corner Jesus. They tried to get Jesus to say, like, they were going to get Jesus to do something or say something he wasn't supposed to say. So they just following Jesus around, the Pharisees and the Sadducees. I was reading it. I'm like, well, they just, everywhere Jesus go, they go. You got folks always watching what you're doing. Just gonna see what you're gonna say or what you're gonna do. These Pharisees just all with Jesus, all in it. So he said, Master, what is the great commandment in the law? Jesus said unto them, thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, and with all thy soul and with all thy mind. This is the first and great commandment. It says, and the second is like unto it. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. On these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. You know, I grew up in a Methodist church. We would say that every Sunday. I didn't know what I was saying. You know how you just repeat stuff and you stand up, then you sit down. Then you stand up, then you say this, then you sit down. So I'm just saying all that. I ain't knowing nothing. Just saying something. Because this was what we were taught to just say it. But you got to move from just saying something and understand, have some understanding of what it is that you're saying. What you said, say what you heard what you say, whatever. See what you say. See what you say. Get some understanding, and all that get an understanding. It says, on these two commandments hang all the law and the prophets. I always wonder, what does that mean? Hang all the law, hang on all the law. Okay, everything hangs on love. Think about your closet. In your closet, you got clothes. You got your shirts, you got your pants, you got your whatever, you know. And your clothes are important. But the purpose of the closet is to hold the clothes, right? So you got to have the bar in the closet to hang the clothes on, right? So everything hangs on love. Everything. Because see, if you love, you ain't gonna kill me. If you love, you ain't gonna with my stuff. If you love, and I ain't gotta worry you're stabbing me in the back. That's if you love me. And it says, hang all the law. See, he said this for the Pharisees and the Sadducees, see, because they were adamant about the law. They knew the law. They had to, from a child up, they had to know the law. They had to know the law. God used the prophets to speak the word, to speak, so people took, they adhered to what the prophets said. God is saying, I'm more than even what the prophets are saying. I'm more than even what the law, disregard the law, but he's saying that love, everything that they did, everything they ever said, all of it hangs on love. Everything hangs on love.